It all began on a quiet Thursday evening. I got home earlier than usual, hoping to surprise my wife, Olivia, with dinner. But as soon as I stepped through the door, I noticed she was already dressed up, black dress, heels, her hair perfectly done as if she were heading to an awards show. Smiling, I asked lightly, "Going somewhere special tonight?" Without even meeting my eyes, she glanced into the mirror and replied, almost absent-mindedly, "Just dinner with my boss, Daniel." "It's kind of important." My smile faltered. Daniel, the same man who had been messaging her late at night about work. I asked carefully, "Is this a business dinner or something else?" She laughed, a sharp, mocking sound that stung more than any insult, and said, "Relax. It's just dinner with my boss." But the arrogance in her tone made something inside me go still. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I simply met her eyes through the mirror and said evenly, "Then we're done." She froze mid-step. "What?" she asked, still smiling, though I caught the flicker of panic behind her expression. I nodded slowly. "If you walk out that door to meet a man who's been flirting with you for months, then this marriage ends tonight. No arguments, no scenes, just done." For a moment, she thought I was bluffing. "You're overreacting," she scoffed. But I wasn't. I'd been watching the signs for weeks, and tonight was the final straw. She rolled her eyes, grabbed her purse, and muttered, "Fine, Blake. Be dramatic. I'll see you later." And with that, she left. I stood in silence for a long moment, breathing steadily. Then I unlocked my phone and set a plan in motion, one I'd been preparing quietly for days. I forwarded the screenshots, her flirty messages with Daniel, the selfies from their lunch meetings, every piece of proof, straight to HR and the company board. Because I wasn't just her husband, I was also one of the firm's main investors. And Daniel? He wasn't her boss in the end. He was one of my employees. An hour later, I received a call from the board's legal department. They thanked me for the evidence and assured me they'd take immediate action. Meanwhile, Olivia was out somewhere across town, thinking she was being clever, smiling across the table at the man whose career was about to collapse. I didn't crave revenge. I only wanted the truth to surface. I turned off my phone, opened a bottle of wine, and waited for the inevitable fallout. At midnight, the door creaked open. Olivia stepped in, her confident smirk erased, mascara streaking down her cheeks. "Blake," she whispered. "Something happened. Daniel, he got fired. HR called him during dinner." I rose slowly, meeting her wide, trembling eyes. "Yeah," I said quietly. "They found some pretty inappropriate messages between him and one of his married subordinates." Her face went pale. "You didn't," she began, but I stopped her. "I told you," I said calmly. "If you walked out that door tonight, we were finished. You made your choice. Now you both have to live with what comes next." She started to cry, reaching out to me. "Blake, please. It wasn't serious. It was just flirting. I was only trying to keep him happy for work." I shook my head. "No, Olivia. You were trying to keep yourself entertained while pretending I wouldn't notice." Her tears flowed harder, but I felt nothing, not anger, not sadness, just a quiet sense of closure. Because the truth was, I hadn't lost her that night. I'd lost her months ago, when she began chasing validation from another man. The next morning, she packed her things silently. No shouting, no pleading, just the heavy stillness of understanding. She finally realized what true calm meant. Not weakness. Not surrender. Strength. Because when you stop fighting for someone who disrespects you, peace replaces pain. As she paused at the door, she whispered, "I never thought you'd actually let me go." I gave a faint smile. "That's the difference between us, Olivia. You play games. I end them." Weeks passed. Daniel's career crumbled, his reputation destroyed. Olivia tried to reach out a few times, calls, messages, even a handwritten letter. I ignored them all. My focus had already shifted, my business, my health, my peace. Every trace of her was gone, from the house, from my life. Months later, I attended a networking gala, the same event where Olivia and I had first met. Someone approached me and asked, "Aren't you the guy whose wife ran off with her boss?" I smiled and replied, "Almost. I'm the guy who let them ruin themselves instead." He laughed and raised his glass. I joined him, silently toasting to the hard lesson I'd learned. When someone disrespects you, don't argue. Don't plead. Just walk away.